On this episode, we discuss maintaining your peace in the middle of chaos. Get your pens and journals ready for some tools that can literally change your day. Discover barriers to your serenity and more right here on LifeClub. I'm Tashima Jones. I genuinely believe personal development and intention unlock the door to the abundant life we already have. I am so grateful your journey has led you all the way here. Let's keep moving forward together. Welcome to Life Club with me, Tashima Jones. Welcome. Thank you so much for tuning in to Life Club with me, Tashima Jones. Today we are speaking about maintaining your peace in the middle of chaos, and to be honest, just in our everyday lives. Becoming consumed with everything from Hollywood to international affairs can happen with one email, one direct message, or with the swipe of one finger. With so much going on in the world, one can be mentally and emotionally swept away in an instant. As we discuss how to maintain your peace, keep in mind the following definitions and concepts. Up first is peace, which is the absence of war. It's an agreement, covenant, and contract. It also refers to silence, reconciliation, and permission. Next, we have exposure. And exposure is to leave without defense or covering. Conversation is an interesting concept. The early definitions refer to conversation being a place where one lives and dwells. It also denotes behavior, a way of life, and physical intimacy. The most popular definition today is an interchanging of thoughts and sentiments by spoken words. Last, but certainly not least, is think, which is one of Life Club's most popular terms and concepts. And to think is to say to one's self. It is to imagine, meditate, and to conceive in the mind. So maintaining your peace. It's important that we understand that whatever we appreciates. A major reason why you may not be experiencing the level of peace you desire might be due to the value or lack of value you place on it. Consider what matters to you. Most people's top 3 priorities involve money, relationships, and health. Peace is usually not the first on the list. The irony is that those who value their money, relationships, and health are hoping to find peace in each of them. When we recognize that good health, strong relationships, and yes, even financial gains don't bring peace but are products of peace, serenity will find its rightful place as a valuable possession and priority. Both peace and chaos create, but they yield very different results. And if we aren't mindful, we can give birth to the things we really don't desire to nurture. Here are a few tips on cultivating a level of peace and how to maintain it. Tapping in. The more you evolve, the more you realize the spiritual nature of peace. It doesn't exist in the world we naturally experience. It is an invisible reality that can't be purchased in a store, followed on social media, or obtained in some master's degree program. Peace is eternal, and the only way to really discover it is by tuning in to the unseen. Oftentimes, people try to steer away from that but it's true. You must tap in. Minding your business. This is truly an art, if you will. There is a proverb that says, a wise man's eyes are in his own head. When I say mind your business, it's not in the negative sense and doesn't mean turning a blind eye to what may be occurring in the world or even in your own personal life. This statement is said in regards to focusing on what you are able to do and called to manage. If people focused on their roles in society and even within family, life would be much smoother. This is reality for our personal lives as well as individuals. Chaos is normally the result of one person not tapping into their own personal growth. If you are unaware of your own value, it's very difficult to genuinely see the value in others. And with this comes disharmony. Remember our definition of peace. It is the absence of war. And that goes for the internal war that you might be experiencing all on your own. The best way to be of any good to others is to be your best self. And oftentimes that starts with minding your own business. Or in other words, tending to your own garden. Our final tool for today's discussion is not adding to the chaos. There are times when we can actually take away from our peace by contributing to the chaos we say we don't desire. When one is not accustomed to peace, they may very well call it boredom. Depending on your upbringing or even the culture you take part in, stress and trauma can be so familiar that you think it's normal. With that being said, you can subconsciously reject peace when it reveals itself to you. It may be so unfamiliar that you look over your shoulder waiting for disappointment or create toil that overshadows it. Don't create or add to what you don't desire to experience. Embrace the peace you do have. Explore it. Discover what it actually feels like and how it changes how you think. Value it enough to the point where you guard it. Here is your life work. Take the next 3 days to reflect on the areas mentioned while listening to today's podcast. On day 1, focus on tapping in and prioritizing peace. Set aside at least 5 minutes to breathe and sit in stillness. The more you prioritize and practice peace, the more you welcome it in, experiencing more of it. On day 2, consider what you are truly responsible for and what your daily purpose looks like. Sure, you have an overall purpose, but seek out what that looks like on an everyday basis. Find it and then do that. Remember, a wise man's eyes are in his own head. On day 3, take a moment to reflect on how you may add to the chaos you experience. Not the chaos in the natural world, but the chaos you may experience within. For example, if the news takes away your newly valued peace, perhaps you shouldn't expose yourself to it. If gossip blogs leave you feeling a bit uneasy, maybe subscribing to a more fulfilling podcast will help. Remember, the peace you have is from within, so don't allow any external sources to take it away. In addition, search for inner distractions. What are you thinking about on a regular basis? And be resolute about thinking on things that are pure, noble, and worthy of your mental real estate. Remember to ask questions and open yourself up to receiving the answers. Be sure to journal your experience. And that's a wrap for this installment of a Life Club with me, Tashima Jones. You could have been anywhere else in the world, but you are here with me, and for that I'm truly, truly grateful. For more on this topic, be sure to check out the article/entry on Quick Reads titled Accustomed to Chaos. I believe that's the title. And be sure to visit tashimajones.com for more, including our weekly 1-minute meditations and details on life coaching and how to join LifeClub. You can also download my app, TJM TV, for new content and notifications. Until next time, remember your greatness. Talk soon. You've been listening to LifeClub with Tashima Jones. Thank you for tuning in.